The 6 children inside stood no chance of escape. Their father made a desperate call for help, but Mick Philpott knew he was responsible.
I can't get them back in the kitchen. Yeah, terraced house. Yeah, but we've got the police on the way. Have you any idea what's caused the fire? I've no idea, mate, but it's been woke up by day long. There's smoke everywhere.
The children were asleep. John, who was 9, Jaden, who was 5, Jade, aged 10, 6-year-old Jessie and Jack, who was 8, were overcome by smoke. 13-year-old Dwayne died in hospital. Philpott and their mother Mairead left it to neighbours to attempt to rescue. Brothers Jamie and Darren Butler rushed to the scene.
I had police officers saying, you know, come out, come out. I was like, no, there's 6 kids in here. But then I could hear my brother saying, look, please be careful, please be careful. And you could hear the worry in his voice. It was like a tornado in a fire.
I've got to be honest, I expected more flames, but it was more smoke than flames.
Yeah.
You know?
But the heat was hot. It was hot.
Once my brother knew that emergency services was there, he stopped, his efforts stopped then. But his hope was still there, like mine was, until we seen the children come out. And all hope was gone. It was gone.
Was it? Yeah.
So that was it.
Jamie, you saw Mick, didn't you, round the front of the house? What did you say to him?
I apologised to him for not being able to save his kids. And it hurts now knowing full well that...
We tried. It was the best we could do. We tried, mate.
Philpott had hoped to play the hero. The couple surprised police by calling a news conference. In public, they were simply grieving parents.
And then there's a young lad called Daniel Stevenson who tried to get in the house the same as myself, and Joe across the road, and the Butler brothers. And of course the 4 firemen, the police, the ambulances, the doctors, the nurses, literally everybody who tried to help save our children, they couldn't.
Officers were already suspicious.
What I saw there was a guy who was sat there pretending to cry, and I've described it as a bit of a sham of a performance. And I didn't believe that he was genuinely overcome with grief and emotion. I thought he was playing to the cameras.
Detectives had bugged the Philpotts hotel room. They secretly recorded Mick and Mairead's conversations.
What did you say? Tell me what you said to him then. What did you say about how many times you went up ladders?
I can't lost count how many times I went up the ladders.
What did you say about me trying to get in?
You tried everything you could to get in. Like I said to him, I wanted to run through the flames, up the stairs.
What did you cry when you were saying it? How bad?
Not really, really bad, but I did cry.
That's hysterical.
Their relationship had long been under scrutiny. As a father to 17, Mick was notorious. He appeared on the Jeremy Kyle show.
Is it not true that on alternate nights, wife number 1 comes to spend the night in the caravan, and then the next night, wife number 2 comes to spend the night?
Oh yes, great lifestyle. Yeah.
It was an unconventional setup here. Mick lived with his wife Mairead and their 6 children, and his mistress Lisa and her 5 children, 4 of whom are Mick's. Now when Lisa upped and left without warning, Mick was furious. On the morning of the fire, they were due to have a custody hearing. The prosecution said Mick wanted to frame Lisa for the blaze and get his children back. In a programme about benefits, Anne Widdecombe witnessed his controlling nature.
Evening, Mick. This is a turn up for a book.
He did certainly rule the roost, and one got the idea this was not a man to be crossed. He's incredibly selfish, Mick Philpott. He thinks the world revolves around him, and he found two women who went along with that.
Known as Shameless Mick, once a tabloid joke, he's now a convicted killer. Had the children's mother stood up to him, their plan might not have resulted in total tragedy. Lisa Dowd, Sky News, Derby.